friends, welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Emma, and this is Dandelion Cottage. Nope, not anymore. Nope, not anymore. Hi friends, welcome back. My name is Emma, and this is Emma's Cottage. In today's tutorial, we're gonna make something really fun together. Look at how cute this personalized image, the Hamiltons, on this adorable wooden frame. This is using Sublimation ink on 100% polyester. It is so much easier than you can even imagine. So if this sounds fun to you, tag along. Before we get started designing our image in Cricut Design Space, I wanted to show you where I got the products for our project today. So I got them from Knock Customs. You can find them at knockcustoms.com. And when you're on their homepage, you're just going to click on Sublimation Blanks. And then you're going to scroll down, and we are using this 4-piece stretcher bars, and then we are also using the 100% polyester 11 by 14 in our project today. As you can see, they've got a lot more items to choose from, so go ahead and check them out. Great company. You guys know me. I'm a sucker for small businesses, and I love to show my support. Everyone that I've worked with at Knock Customs has been really great to me so far. So, and as of right now, they're actually going to throw in a 15% discount, so make sure you enter the discount code Emma upon checkout. All right, now let's go ahead and head over to Design Bundles so I can show you what design I worked with. And I will make sure that I add this link to this image in the description below so that you don't have to go search for it. As of today, the day that I'm filming this video, it's only $2. It's marked down to $2, normally $4. So of course it could be a different price when you guys watch the video and go search it up. So once you see the image, you would purchase it and then you would download it onto your computer. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to go into Cricut Design Space. And you can see this is what we're going to be creating today. Isn't that adorable? And I'm going to do it basically start to finish with you guys. I'm going to make this a little bit smaller and give myself some room here. So what did I do is I went and I clicked upload. And I uploaded the image. You can see I did it twice because I've been playing around here. I'm going to delete one of those because you don't need it twice. To do that, all you do is click upload image, and then I just drop the image. I just drag and drop it. You could definitely browse your computer, and there it is, and you would just click upload. But of course, I've already uploaded it. I don't need to upload it again. So I'm going to close out of this, and I'm going to grab the image that I uploaded earlier, and we're going to put it in our design here. Now, this is an SVG file. How do I know that? Because of all of these layers over here. So when I purchase images that I want to switch up just a little bit, I look for something that's an SVG because it's easier to kind of take apart and repiece back together. What do I mean by that? Well, right now they are all grouped together. So no matter where I click on this image, I can click this U and the whole image is going to be grouped together. So what you do is you would click here and you're going to come up here to ungroup. Now, if I tried to click this U, I can move just the U, which is great because I want to delete that. I'm actually going to kind of delete this whole area. I don't want any of these things. I took them all out, as you can see. Now, I thought that's cute, and it would be really cute if you were doing this like on a wooden round. But because I am doing mine on like a rectangle, I didn't want it to be curved. Now, you can see this one here. If I click on this, this is all one image. So that's a little different than the one below. So I can click on this whole thing and click my delete button, and it can go bye-bye. The next thing I did is I grabbed this cute little thing and I brought it up here. I thought that would be cute. And I wanted to make it the same color as these pumpkins. And Cricut Design Space makes that very easy for us because when I uploaded this image, it automatically selects these colors. What do I mean by that? If you go up here to this color chooser, you can see all of the colors that it has detected. So I want the same color orange. So I'm going to click the orange and voila. Isn't that adorable? All right, next for the words. If I go to my text here, it's always going to remember the last text font that you used. So I used Cynthia for these cute words. And if you click on Cynthia here, actually, let me start typing something first. Let's type welcome to, just move it down here so we can see it a little bit better. So if I click on this, it's Cynthia, right? If you hover over that, you can see that this is not a Cricut font. The Cricut fonts are going to have this cute little logo down here. And as long as you're a Cricut member, you can use any of those fonts for free at any time. If you're not a member, if you don't pay the monthly fee, then you would have to pay each time you use that font. But with this font, with Cynthia, more than likely, I probably downloaded it from Design Bundles or what is the other one? Design Font Bundles or something like that. So that's probably one of the fonts I got from that website. But I fell in love with it. I thought it was super cute, so that's what I used. And then I changed it to black. Isn't that so cute? Love it. So welcome to, and then let's keep going. We're going to say our patch. So cute down here. And we're going to make this one black as well. And then I did one more, which was established 2003. That was the year we were married. And it's kind of, Cricut Design Space had an update, and it's kind of driving me nuts. You can't change anything right here. You have to unclick off of it, then click on it again, then you can change it. I don't know why they changed that. It's driving me bonkers. And the other thing that I did is I thought that this was too far spaced over. So to fix that, you're going to ungroup. I'm going to grab this whole 2003. Oh, I tried. Grab the whole thing, and then I'm just going to use my arrow keys on my keyboard, and I'm just going to go over maybe 2 or 3 times there, and then it's perfect. I'm going to group it. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to group it, not ungroup it. Group it all together so that no matter where I click, it's all going to be one. Let's make it a little bit smaller. About right there, looks pretty darn good to me. And as you can see, I made these words a little bit bigger. So to do that, I unlocked the ratio right here by clicking this lock key. I'm unlocking it. And then I just kind of stretched it out a little bit like this. Isn't that cute? I think I wanted, yeah, this is what I did. I had this little loop-de-loo down here come in between those 2 pumpkins. And I think this went over even a little bit more. Let's go about right there. Maybe even more, huh? All right there. So I think maybe this needs to be bigger. Something like that. Close enough, right? You guys get the idea. We're going to do the same thing to this one. Going to unlock this little lock here, and we're going to make it a little bit bigger. Something like this. All right. How cute is that, right? Now, how did I get this adorable background, you may ask? Well, I went and I got a square. And I made this square the same size as the fabric. So we're going to make this 11 by 14. So to do that, we need to unlock the ratios. And we're going to make the width 14. And we're going to make the height 11. All right, just like that. Now I'm going to right click on this, and I am going to send it to the back. Perfect. Now I want to change the color of the background. So to do that, it cannot be a basic cut. You have to go and change this to a standard print and cut because it's thinking you want to print it a certain color. Then you're going to go up here and click the color. And right here, you now have this option that says color. We're going to change it to pattern. And all I did was just scroll down until I found this cute buffalo plaid. I think it was kind of far down. Let's see. Ooh, I think I'm getting close. Right here. Here it is. Click on that, and there's your cute buffalo plaid. Now, as you can see, the letters are not popping like they were here. So how did I fix that? Super easy. I'm going to get this out of the way just for a second, and I'm going to create a box around my whole design, and then I'm going to go up here to group. I'm going to group the whole design together. Then you're going to come up here to the offset. We're going to click offset. Now, see how these lines are really big? We don't want them that big. We just want a very light offset. So I just grab this and I toggle it all the way down until I like it. And I believe I did it like way, way small. Just keep going almost till you hit the line. About right there, maybe even a little less. Let's try it. Let's try doing it manually. Let's do 0.5. Oh, I forgot to put the 0 first. 0.5. There we go. See how tiny that is? Teeny, teeny, tiny. We're going to hit apply. And it changed it to black automatically, which is fine. And that's the only layer that's going to be selected, or to make sure that's the only layer that's selected, we're going to go ahead and just click this one over here on the side where it says the group offset. We're going to go up here. We're going to change that to white. All right. And now I can grab this and I can bring it over and look at that. Now everything just pops out on this background. I think it turns out so cute the way that worked. Isn't it adorable? Now to make sure that this is nice and center, all you have to do is grab both of them. So you've got, oops, I hate it when I do that. You've got this one here and then you've got this one here, right? Oops, we didn't Ooh, I'm glad that happened. Let me go back. You want to make sure that you group this main image to its offset. So let's do that first. So now when you move it around, the offset is with it. Then we're going to put this one here. I'm going to highlight the two together like this. We're going to go up here to align and we're going to click center. And now you know that your image is exactly center of this design. But one other thing you have to consider is the size. So if I click on this truck, it is showing that it's 11 by 8.71. So if you guys recall, this bar is only 8 by 10. So I need to make sure that I have it within those measurements. Otherwise, it's going to be too big. So let's take this down, maybe do the height at an 8. And then that automatically should change. Here we go. And so that should fit and shouldn't wrap around the edges. I almost forgot to add the personalization part. Besides the established 2003, we want this to say the Hamiltons. So to do that, I just typed in Hamiltons, like so. I did these two separate. I did the and the Hamiltons. I did it separate. And then let's make them both black. Perfect. And then I took them over here, made them the size I wanted. Oh, one thing I did do, see how this kind of gets, it's almost too bold? To change that, just go up here to standard. Voila, it's not as bold and it's a little bit easier to read. I'm going to turn it. Something like that is what I did. Isn't that cute? Love it. And then I'm going to grab the as well. Let's change this one to standard. Bring it on down, turn it. I think it was about like that I did. Isn't that cute? So cute. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. We don't want to move the truck. We want to move the word. There we go. Something cute like that. And you can get, you know, if you guys were making this for friends or family, you could change this name and you could change this date to whatever is personalized for them. So cute. Now the next thing we need to do, if you guys follow me on YouTube, you know that I love the snipping tool. So we're going to grab the snipping tool and we're going to go around this image just like this. Great. And then we need to save this image to our desktop. So I'm going to click File, Save As, Save. I'm going to close out of this. I'm going to go to Microsoft Word. Again, you guys know this is how I like to print my sublimation prints, is through Microsoft Word. You guys can do it in any software you decide. This is just how I do it. The first thing I do is I'm going to go to my layout. And I always change my margins. I do this at the very beginning just so that I never forget. And I always type in 0 tab, 0 tab, 0 tab, 0, enter. It's going to yell at me and say, hey, you can't have 0. And that's okay. I'm going to fix it. And it automatically changes it for me to the 0.12. I'm going to hit OK. And the reason we do that is so that we have the most printing space or page that we can get. The next thing I want to do is I want to make sure I size this up to either an 11 by 17, but in my case, mine's a little bit bigger. So I'm going to find it takes me a second to find it every time. It's like right in front of my face and I can never find it. 13 by 19, right here, Super B. I'm going to change the orientation to landscape. And then I'm going to grab that image that we saved to a desktop and I'm just going to drop it. I'm going to double click on it. When I do that, it automatically opens this picture format tab. I'm going to click wrap text. I'm going to go to behind text. The reason I do that is so that I can move it however I want. And then we need to go change the width of this to, as you remember, it was 14. I believe it was 11 by 14. Click the 14. That automatically changed the height to 10.93. Now, if we wanted this to be exact, you totally can. All you have to do is click this little arrow button down here. And we're going to go and see where it says lock aspect ratio. Just go unlock that. Hit OK. And now, if we really wanted to, we could change this to be 11. And now it's perfectly 11 by 14. Cool. I'm going to put it right in the middle of my page, and we will print it just like this. So I'm going to go ahead and print it, and I'll meet you guys over at the pressing corner. Oh, really quick, before I forget, make sure that you mirror this image. To do that, go up to File. We're going to go to Print. I'm using my Epson 15,000. I'm going to click Print Properties. Now, mine is already set up. you can go in and you can program it to already have something set up. So you can see right here where it says Adobe RBG with additions. That's something that I named. And just so you guys can see what I use is you've got, what I changed is this tabloid 11 by 17. It's basically just saying what size document are you using. You could change it to whatever you want to do. Even though I'm using the larger page, it's going to pull the same paper that I have in there, which is my 13. You could go change this to 13 by 19. Totally, absolutely, 100%. You could change this to landscape, but to me, it doesn't really matter if it's landscape or portrait because it's going to print it the way I have it. Premium presentation paper, matte, is what I use. I always use high quality. I always have color on. And then I always like to do a print preview just to make sure that this looks good. And then I am going, let's see, quiet mode. I always turn this on. It just slows your printer down so that you have the best printing available. Sometimes when it's fast, then you can have some smears with sublimation ink. Going up here to more options, I go and set it's usually on automatic. I change it to custom. And then if you click advanced, I keep mine under color controls. I change it to color mode. I'm going to do Adobe RGB with a gamma of 2.2. But there's one extra thing I do, you guys. I change some of these numbers. So what I have found for me with my Epson 15,000 and my Epson ink, I change the brightness to a 9, the contrast to a 7, saturation to a 15, and a density to a 4. And I'm going to hit OK. Now with this said, you guys, this is my printer, my settings. I ran many tests multiple times, and this is just what I have found has worked good with the type of material and ink and everything that I'm using. So this doesn't mean that this scenario is exactly perfect for you, but it helps you to know that you can go in here and mess with the differences here, and you may be able to get brighter, better, crisper images that way. Go ahead and hit OK. And then the last thing you want to make sure, the whole reason I was diving into here for you is to make sure that this box mirror image is clicked. Because when you're doing sublimation, your image needs to print backwards so that when you press it, it mirrors back at you. We're going to go ahead and hit OK, and then we're going to go ahead and click print. And I will meet you guys over at the pressing corner. Let's talk about the items that you're going to need to complete this project with me today. So the first thing you're going to need is your fabric, which needs to be 100% polyester so that you're going to get the most vibrant and bright image possible. I get my fabric from knockcustoms.com. So again, that's www.nockcustoms.com. In fact, they are going to offer you guys a discount of 15% for 1 week. So if you're watching this video a year from today, you're not going to get the discount. But if you're watching the video today, the day that I post it, for 1 week, they're going to give a 15% discount by using the code EMMA. Simple as that. As of right now, I believe they have this fabric in 2 different sizes. They've got the 11 by 14 and the 9 by 12. And you guys helped me make the 11 by 14 image that we're going to use on this one. And before the tutorial, I actually made another image that says trick or treat, and I think I'm going to try that one on this littler one here. The next thing you're going to need, of course, is the sublimation paper. You can get the sublimation paper from Knock Customs as well. Their sublimation paper is really cool because you don't need the blowout paper on top because the ink doesn't bleed through the paper, which is really cool. So anywhere you can save an extra penny, right? Then you're also going to want butcher paper. You can still put butcher paper on top, or blowout paper is what we call it. But what you need it for is this material. So this fabric has like a backing on it. Kind of see there. So this is the front part we're going to print on, and then this is like the backing. It's kind of like a padding. I don't really know how to explain it, but basically, if you were to put this straight down onto your press and then press it, it somewhat sticks to your press. So make sure that you're using butcher paper underneath of this. And then, of course, last but not least, you're going to need your frame, right, to be able to put this on. So Knock Customs also sells these frames. They're called stretcher bars. And they've got like these really cool, can you see how it looks like a puzzle piece? They're like puzzle pieces. See, I already put, 3 of the sides on. Super easy to do. Like when I first got this, I was thinking, oh man, this is gonna have to be something my husband does because I'm not gonna be able to figure it out. But it's actually really easy to do. They just slide right in. Let's see if I can get it close up for you. See how it just fits right in there? And you just kind of shimmy it down. And this is the last one. So the last one's always gonna be a little trickier, right? Because you're gonna have to somewhat use your body, and you're going to have to just keep shimmying it back and forth until you get it in. so close, but it's not quite there. Look at my hammer. I don't want to take this to my husband to do. I just want to do it myself. Is anybody else like that? I hate asking for help. Perfect, that works. Much easier. That's what I should have done from the start. Good enough. So as you can see there, you kind of just have to keep playing around with it until it matches up. Now I could probably get this to match up even more, but it's going to be 100% covered. I'm going to be using this fabric to completely cover it all the way around. So you're not going to see if it's not perfect. What I'm going to show you, see how there's like a little teeny bit of a gap, no big deal. And then the other thing that I'm going to do before we put this on is I'm actually going to go get a staple gun, and I'm going to staple here, like probably 2 staples on each of these, so that over time it doesn't come undone. You could do that either right here, or you could do it on the back. But I think with the fabric over this, because there's a ridge to it, if you can see that, if I put the staples down in there, you're not going to see it or feel it. So I believe that's everything you need. I mean, besides a heat press. And I always suggest using a heat press versus your own personal iron at home. They are not going to have the same type of results. Or you could use, you know, a Cricut heat press. That's fine too. Okay, so let's get our butcher paper. We're going to put that down first. Then we're going to I'm going to do the smaller one first. And make sure that you've got that. It's almost like a rubbery, gluey type backing face down. And we're going to pre-press this before we actually put the image on. So use another piece of butcher paper. So what I've got here is I've got my Teflon sheet butcher paper, my polyester fabric butcher paper, and then another Teflon sheet. You could probably do without the Teflon sheets, but I use my Teflon sheets to protect my press every single time I press anything. I'm gonna just do about 5-10 seconds. Just get any extra moisture out of this fabric. Okay. And then we've got the print. I'm just doing a simple trick or treat. And I'm just gonna try and center it as much as I can. Looks good to me. Cover it back up. And then you could tape this down, but I'm not worried about this one shifting. The type of material, it's not really, it's not gonna shift. We should be good. I'm gonna press it at 400 degrees for 60 seconds. And I usually do medium to heavy pressure when I'm using fabrics. As a reminder, you don't ever want to reuse this top one unless you're using the Not Customs sublimation paper. Then you wouldn't have even needed a top one because their paper does not bleed through. I always like to use my spatula tool to pick these up. Ta-da! It looks so good. And just so you guys know, if you haven't heard, if your images, especially when you're printing black or pressing black, if your images are coming out greenish, I've heard that that's called undercooking, and it's just meaning that you need to put it under there, either more pressure or more time, just for a little bit longer, and it will come out black. But this turned out really great, didn't it? I love it. Isn't that cute? So let's see if it stuck to this paper. Nope, it didn't. I mean, it's definitely more of like a static is kind of what I felt like it felt more like. So there we go. Trick or treat, so cute. And you could do so many cute things with this. I haven't decided how I'm gonna use this one. If I'm gonna put it on a frame. I don't know, but it's so cute. So this was my test one. I just wanted to make sure that it worked out cute, and I love it. So let's move on to the bigger one. Now we can absolutely reuse this. Doesn't have any sublimation ink or anything on it, so I'm gonna reuse it. I'm gonna get my bigger sheet, which I believe this one was 11 by 14. And we're gonna press it just for a few seconds. Pre-press it to get some of that extra moisture out of it. Looks good. All right. And now let's get the print that we did together and let's put it on. So I did go ahead and take this one just because it is longer, and the longer it was sitting under my press, the paper started falling up. It does that because of the heat. Luckily, my press is 15 by 15, where the length of this is going to be 14, so it's going to fit perfect within my press. If you have a smaller press, you would just press it 2 separate times, one on each side. Covering it up again. Okay. Looks good. Same thing on this one. We're going to do 400 seconds at we're going to do 60 seconds at 400 degrees with medium to heavy pressure. Ooh, so excited. Oh, I am so excited right now. Too cute. I was doing it slow because I was trying to decide if I wanted to put it in for a little bit longer, but I think it's perfect. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I love it. Look at how cute this is. What? Adorable. So cute. Oh my gosh. I love it. Look at the cute little Hamiltons. Oh my gosh. I'm a happy camper. So the next thing we need to do is probably head out to my husband's woodworking shop and have him help us staple this on so that we can finish our project. All right, we're out here in my husband's woodworking shop and I'm using his staple gun that's connected to an air compressor, but you guys can get electric staple guns. We used to have one, but because he has all of this tools and equipment, we didn't need it anymore. But it does the same thing. And basically what I did is I went ahead and just stapled the 4 corners here just to help keep it together. If I wanted to, I could do it on the back, but the reason I don't do it on the back is because there's gonna be a lot of staples from the material, so that's why I stapled it on the front. So as I was out here playing and looking at it, I think I made my image just a tad too big, but it's okay. It's fine. I'll make do. And what I mean by that is the words are just gonna wrap around just a little bit. Let me show you here. See, a little too big, so they're gonna wrap around on the top and on the bottom. So, oops, I didn't do my measurements right, but it's okay. It's still gonna be adorable. So, knowing that's where I want it, I'm going to first, oh, I need to also make sure that it's centered that way as well. For the wheel, there, needs to come over just a tad. Let's try that. There and there. Okay, here we go. So now that I know that's where I want it, I'm gonna get my staple gun. It's hard to do this backwards. I'm usually doing it the other way. There we go. I do my 4 sides, and I'm pulling as tight as I can. Hopefully you guys can see this. Let me see if I can angle it down. Maybe that will help. Pulling it as tight as I can here. Then you can double check it. Is it where you want it? I think it's gonna work. It's gonna be perfect for what I'm going for, so it's fine. And then I go back through and do a few more. There you go, so cute. All right, that's it for today's project. What do you guys think? Did it turn out so cute? Cannot wait to put this on my cute little entryway table this fall. So adorable. Now, of course, I learned a few things along the way. My husband always tells me, measure twice, do it once. And I probably should have measured twice because I did it just a little too big. You can see some of my words are overlapping on the side, which is fine because I mean, that's what we were going for anyways, as a fully wrapped frame. You see there's the back there of the staples that I did and the front. Super cute project, so easy to do, and honestly would make such a cute gift. I mean, this says established 2003, the year we were married. I mean, you could do a cute little, if somebody was getting married this time of the year, what a cute little wedding gift this would be. Or even like Christmas, you could do like Christmas 2021 or something like that. So really good ideas for personalized gifts that you can make for your family and friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you learned something new, or if you have any tips for the rest of us, make sure that you leave it in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And as always, don't forget to ring that bell so that you will get notified anytime that I upload a new video. Until next time, we'll see you later, friends.